over here now. I'm over here now. I was over there. Now I'm over here. Triple sow cow. Yeah, I'm just testing the other thing too. I just want to see if it changes anything. Then the glare is still there. Hey man, so far this live thing, whether it be spiritual or whatever, every time I'm live, I've made money. I'm flat right now, but I just want to show you that TW, right? Selling something at your target, you can't be unhappy about the trade. Sure, it went up 50 cents more after we sold it. 50, 42, 48, right? Starts to roll over, sold the rest. Flat on the TW for now, right? But we got 37.50, got the 40, we got the 42.50. Boink, right? So we're out of it right for now. Look what it's done since, and this is why, again, I don't like trading in the middle of the day anyway, but TW, chopping around at the upper range. Once it broke under 42 and a quarter, done. Retraces to the 1 minute, bang, you're at the 1 minute. Now you're fighting at the 1 minute VWAP. That's generally what you're going to get in the middle of the day. So while your stock's having a great morning, I don't always remember 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock. Usually those runs come to an end and you'll go sideways. Sometimes the sideways consolidation leads to a breakout later in the day. Sometimes the sideways consolidation leads to a VWAP retracement and you hang out at the VWAP and then you rally later on. All that being said, usually you want to be getting the most out of your trade between 9:30 and 12 o'clock. And then the next 3 hours is consolidation and a bunch of bullshit where you're usually going to lose money. So I just shut my computer off because I'm not going to fight something that doesn't work. I know my trades work between 9:15, where I start looking for my ranges, 9:45 to 11:30. That's my time to shine, right? Hang on, I'm just talking to somebody here. What's up, Mr. Patel? Mr. Patel. Oh, I just broke my computer. Wow, look at that. Mr. Patel, you're messing me up. What happened? There he is. Usually the day's over by now. I'm just kind of doing a recap. But I just wanted to show you that the good problem to have in trading is selling a stock and having it going up more. That means you made money, right? But if you get exactly what you want out of the trade, I mean, what more can you ask for on that TW? But that's what I wanted. I before I had a chance to even get up and get into this next stock, PD came out with an IPO. Now, if you look at PD, yeah, I'm down to 20 shares on Tiger. I just decided to sell some right there at 16.55, as a matter of fact. But I will be looking to get back in. Love this stock, but because of the volatility, I wouldn't be surprised to see it, snap back to that 1585 area again. What was I saying? Oh, PD. Take a look at PD if you guys have charts up. Typical IPO, This one opened up, massive move, right? When do I buy it? I'm not buying the open. I'm not buying it I'm just waiting to see if it gives me a reason to buy it. You know what? It broke a whole number, $37. You know, $37. I made 50 cents. Pat myself on the back. Went to $39.50 after I got out of it. You know what? I don't usually want to jump in until I see some trading and some ranges. But with this one, the IPOs, you know, other than Lyft, the other IPOs have been pretty good. So when this thing broke over 37, and again, I don't trade big size, especially first lot. 200 shares at 37, it pops to 37.50. I'm offering it out. And that's it. Yeah, I've been done most. Well, the funny thing is the day only got exciting because the IPO started going back up again. My first trade of the day was a U.S. Steel, for God's sakes. I hate that stock. But somebody said, hey, look, I know you hate the stock, but it's doing what you like to see. You've got the double ash crack pattern on U.S. Steel this morning at 1685. So at 1685, we're buying. We bought more at 1690. And we blew it out between 1708 and 1712. Not a huge trade, but if you're in 2,000 or 3,000 shares of U.S. Steel and you make an average of 12 cents, guess what? It's $300, $320, $350, whatever you did. You know, I had about 1,800 shares of it. Whatever. It's one stock, one trade closer to making a day's pay. And then came TW, which, you know, finally broke its all-time highs. I'll buy any IPO that breaks out all-time highs. I've been trading for 25 years. That trade's never failed. I've never lost money buying an IPO that broke an all-time high. Intraday, it's very rare to see an IPO that, let's say, it's been meandering around, no matter what the time frame is. Like Alibaba, for instance, right? That stock sucked, right? For a long time. And 120 was the high watermark for the stock. And then it went all the way almost down to like 60. We were laughing our asses off because I hated Alibaba at the time. And then I realized the kind of conglomerate, juggernaut, government-owned monster that company is, and they weren't about to let it fail. So once it got over 80, I was like, maybe this thing has a chance to get back to 120. But at 120, when it broke all-time highs, that's when I went all in. And that was a great trade until I fucking fucked it up by going all in when it broke 200, and then it crashed on me. So I kind of ruined that trade, but it was more that I was up big and I wound up turning it into a fucking loss, which was sick. But that's because that was more of a, I got a little aggressive on some out of the money calls. But any IPO that breaks all-time highs, you're going higher. Especially if it's an IPO that has sucked, like the Coop. Remember, Coop was terrible. Twilo wasn't that good to get started. Yext was awful for almost a year, and then that broke back over 16. It was gone at 27. You had a Sale, couldn't get through 1750. Finally broke 1750, took off to 30. IPOs breaking all-time highs. It's one of the easiest trades. Not my favorite trade because I still love range breaks and VWAP. But when TW broke a new high, get in. You're looking at 42.50 inevitably. You got 42.50 today. Boom, we're done. So now tomorrow, let's say TW chops around now for a couple of days, right? When it breaks 42.98, buy it. I'm not doing it today because it's already a chase. Because now, even though the trade might work, if it breaks 42.98 later on today, I'd rather see it consolidate, beat some people up for a little while, get people angry, and the more angry they are, makes the better break. The more frustrated and choppy the stock is before it breaks out, the better the break. So you want people to get beaten up on TW now for a week. Give it a week. Hopefully, again, I don't know if this is what it's going to turn out to be, but you give it a week. Just beating up people. And then when it breaks that 42.98, you're going right to 45. You're going to 45, and we'll play it again then. Same thing with the Tiger. We hit all-time highs today, right? So still own a little bit of it. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I sold the last of it, actually, 16.50. So I'm out. I'm out of everything right now. I got Funko. And I know I own something else. I got INSG. No, I don't even have that. I'm not going to start opening up my other account. I'm a big fan of just being liquid right now. We're going into earnings season. Why would you want to be owning stocks right now? This is the best time to be liquid. The number one time of my entire life, liquid right now. We're going into earnings season where half the people are thinking that we're going into an earnings recession, we're about to crash, and half the other people thinking these earnings are going to be fine, and we're taking off for another 10 or 15% across the board in the market. So something's going to give. And I want to be liquid for when it does. Because I would love for the market to take a 10% dump right now. I love it. Because it's more activity. And then the more it goes down, it'll consolidate and we'll go back up. That's trading. Liquidity is key right now. But I just wanted to say, man, we're doing our thing in the room. If you guys are on StockTwits, please follow me. I got an alert system through there also. But now we've built the alert system into our own trading room. So once StockTwits gets live feed going, I think we're going to combine the whole thing, and I'm going to bring the YouTubers, the StockTwit people, and my crew all into one place, and we'll finally have a nice synergy. That's probably 18 months down the road. They have to build screen sharing because I'm not going to sit there in a chat room. No offense to the StockTwits people. I love the guys that run that place. But if it's only going to be text, how the hell can I text, type, and trade? It's hard enough for me to talk and press buttons and watch. It's virtually impossible to be typing two things simultaneously. So again, I want to get, once we get that to be, audio and video, it's going to be great because then I'm going to start broadcasting on StockTwits. They've got like 2 million people on there. Obviously, 1.8 million of them are nudniks. Again, the whole thing about Twitter and StockTwits, the reason I'm like, I can't take those guys too serious. Nobody ever loses money. I've never seen anybody post, man, I just got smacked on that trade. Damn, I bought it here at $17.50. I just got annihilated at $16. Everyone's a genius. And I know that's not true. So it's hard to really embrace those people. And then, of course, anytime you say something negative about a stock, somebody's there to insult your mother. And by the way, TW, I mean, it's as if I just said for this thing to go back up. I mean, this stinks. So here I am thinking, all right, below the VWAP, maybe this thing gets down a little bit more. I was looking for, maybe get down to that 41.05 area, which would have been sweet. We almost hit it. Once it got down to 41.20, I was looking for the 41 area. And guess what? Just like that, the buyers show up, you're back above the VWAP, and you've already broke 3 ranges on the upside. It's a volatile stock. But one thing's for sure, there's more buyers than sellers. Every dip is getting bought on TW. Every dip is being bought on Tiger. And that's when you want to know, that's when you know a stock is strong, opposed to Lyft, where there's nobody there. Every buy is met with an equal and if not greater amount of selling. Why would you want to own this stock? Wait till that trend stops and you see late day buying. Late day buying tells you there's still a big buyer out there. You want to see late day strength in your stock if you're an owner and if you're thinking bullish the next day. So that's the only reason I stick around to the end of the day. I want to see how the stocks close, what kind of movement they had, what kind of volume it was at the end of the day. It gives me an indication. Like the wheat stocks, they're selling off at the end of the day. Now, you don't want, who gives a shit about wheat stocks right now? They suck. So you move on and you focus your attention on what's working right now. And what's working right now, these IPOs have been pretty good, right? Picking some spots on some beat down stocks. WTW have been pretty good. Bed Bath & Beyond had been good up until today. And even today, WTW provided a buy. Bed Bath & Beyond provided a buy. Even UVXY was a decent spot today, which is remarkable as a long trade. Bath & Beyond is still along right here. It still has not broken down. So now you're out. Yeah, again, it's still 1775 if you're still in the stock, but it's hanging in there. As bad as it is. WTW, let's see where this one. This one is still a buy also, same kind of scenario. It held the top, it held the bottom of the range on the pullback, and it's trying to make its way back up to the VWAP. So right now, even though these stocks got beat up, we traded them long, and we made some money, and they're still hanging in there. So, all right, I just wanted to come on. If you didn't see my new tat, I definitely want to show this off. So after 5 years, I finally got it done. The idea is that I'm the warlock, and I wanted to get a demon eyeball. I wanted it on my arm to be looking at me, but my wife said, if you put that on your arm, it's over. My wife never gave me an ultimatum in 20 years. I was like, shit, all right. So my wife lets me do whatever the hell I want, so I'm not going to fight with her. See that, honey? She said, if you put it on your arm, it's over. 25 years is out the window. So I was like, all right, cool. The whole idea was I wanted it on my arm to be looking at me and also looking at what I got on my leg. But now that it's on my leg, it always should have been on my leg. Check this bad boy out. So that's my inner demon eyeball, which controls the beast with the two battle axes. And underneath, you got the bull and the bear fighting with each other like two schmucks. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, I've sent this guy to fuck both of those guys up. It's a think piece. By the way, WTW, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Anyway, I'm flat on the day, just kind of looking at, thanks, man. I'm looking at PD for a little pullback. I want to see if Lyft comes back down to, yeah. My wife's like, why is your belt always unbuckled? What's the point of the belt? Yeah. Yeah, my gut's hanging out, you know. But yeah, generally the days are done, you know, by 12 o'clock. And then I'll get on the phone. I'll call a couple, you know, call some knuckleheads out there, a couple hours worth of that, shoot the shit, get to know some people, get back in there at 3 o'clock. And what's great about it now, it used to be dead air. One of my minions has, again, this guy's been with me for 10 years, used to be a student. He was a member. Now he runs this thing. So this is truly an American success story. You know, again, if I was a real corporation of any kind, he started as just a tech guy, worked his way up, self-taught trader, knows more about VWAP than most people do now because it's all been self-taught. And he's developed his own codes. He's developed his own time frames. And he likes trading in the middle of the day because he's got something called the hourly VWAP and the midday VWAP. And by the way, this WTW, people, it's still working. Here we go. Here we go. Target's almost there. I can't believe we're going to get a little bit more out of this thing. 1827 is your target on WTW now. But now you got to tighten up your stop. Now I wouldn't let it go back below 1811. You're looking at 1827 right now, but if you break 1827, you should hold on for another 7 cents, 1834. But that's how you pick a bottom. You let the bottom pick itself and then let the stock do what it does. Because nobody wants to stay short. If this thing gets over the VWAP now, nobody's going to want to be short. And you might even get a move to 1867. But right now, if you're not in from 1785, I'm not, you know, again, midday trading, usually you'll hit the VWAP and you'll come off it and then you'll just chop around. But very, very powerful move here on this TW. TW is legit. I mean, this stock is, there's buyers on every pullback. phenomenal stock right now. This thing got $50 written all over it. Again, I'm not in it. If I re-enter, it's probably just going to be for a day trade for now, but chances are I'm not getting it. So yeah, I just want to do a quick recap, and you guys know where to find us right now. The weed stocks, again, some of my millennial trader friends are saying weed's going down because now all we care about is Bitcoin again. So that's probably what's going on. The simplest answer is usually the right one. I don't know about Bitcoin. I still own Bitcoin and Ripple and Tron. I don't check where these things are. I don't care. I'll check 10 years from now, see where my account is. But apparently Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies are having a resurgence. And I don't think it's coincidence that the money came out of the weed sector, because according to him, he's like, that's all they trade, Bitcoin and weed stocks. So once Bitcoin started getting good again, they had to cash out of their weed and get back into the Bitcoin. It makes sense, but generally, if something's that cut and dry, it's usually not the answer. Usually there's something more deep going on there. But hey, look, that I like that. I like that excuse. I like that reasoning, and it is happening. So, and right now the market, you got to go trade something. What are you going to trade? Let me know. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Give me what you're looking at right now, and I'll tell you what I think. And which is what a big part of what we're going to be doing on Saturday. 4 or 5 hours of really just intense chart work, and then we'll go over everybody's individual ideas. What do you got? Give me something. Give me something before I go. I'll tell you. I'm looking at PD 3750. It's back to almost where I've sold it, so maybe I'll give that one a shot. PagerDuty. JNUG, 0. Yeah. Any of the ETF, even though negative ETFs, they're all worthless to me. I mean, those are terrible stocks. Any gold stock, SLV, GLD, DUS, JDST, Gold, GDXJ, JDX, Nugget, JNUG, USLV, DGAS, UGAS, UVXY, SVXY are generally all worthless. You only want to trade those when they're hot. Labu. Why do I know this symbol? I don't know. Is this something that was in the news the other day? Yes. No, wrong stock. Definitely a short. Just broke down. Couldn't get back over the VWAP. You're chasing a little bit for the short now. But yeah, 60.75 broken down to 60 and a quarter. Normally I'm covering some. Normally, if I was short this stock, as I'm trying to say, I'd be looking to cover some right here. And then my stop would be 60.48 on the rest. And then I would be looking for it to go back to 60. But definitely a short, ugly, downtrend still intact. Yeah, this thing could be, I mean, wow. On the longer term chart, it's trying to consolidate and might be looking to go higher. But right now, again, if I was in it, I'd probably be covering some of this short now. ICPT. Oh, man, I missed that bad boy. I used to trade this all the time. That's a short too, but again, you're getting to the point where they're virtually in the area where you want to be, out of most of the shorts. 103.75 on ICPT, but yeah, nice short. Twice the VWAP got rejected, so very nice. Yeah. Wow. I would have said 107, 107.85 was a really nice setup right there. 109 is even better. But you're almost to the point on ICPT. 103.75. It would probably be where you want to be. You know, you're in at a decent profit. So 103, 103.75 would be my stop now, and the rest of whatever I had. Holy shit! All right, let me take this phone call. I'll see you guys later. Wait, let's put him on the air. Hold on. Hey, you're on live with the Warlock. Who's this?
Hey, this is Colin. My name is Colin, and I actually got an email from Kenny, and he's talking about, he does intraday trades, and that's what I'm interested in.
That's me. Hold on a second. I'll take you off the air. Nobody needs to hear this conversation. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the afternoon. What's up, Colin?
Hey, how much does your chat room do a month?